I'm gonna hit the go live button then. Ah, dude. I messed up the title again. Is this part 5? Just so y'all know, we are live, by the way. We are live, by the way. Just so you... Snake Pika. Roy. I think it's Ryu and Ken. Yeah. We don't need to talk about Terry with the two, though. You think we should put Terry together? Okay. Bayo. It'll also be easier when I like get it all uploaded into one VOD, so you can just flip between the similar characters.
It's not awesome against Boomerang. Like, just doesn't match up well.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why the matchup is not the greatest.
And Wii Fit definitely wants to be like retain access to her movement, so she can try to get like better position, and by throwing out projectiles that are only good in a very like short range. Like if they're too close, Link's Nair will just stuff it, and if it's too far, Link can just dodge it on reaction. It's easy. And there's like a really narrow range in between those two spaces, and you might have better result just like retaining access to your character, being like retaining control of your character in that time.
Yeah. Let's see. Cool. How is it looking, Jama? How are you? You're not saving these matchup charts, are you?
I'm working on it, but we can start talking. We don't need all the
Okay.
characters.
Okay, we can start on Rio.
Y'all also may have been silent for a few minutes because I switched overlays, and I guess the desktop audio was off on the other overlay. So they may not have heard a word you said for the last 5 minutes.
You record. But yeah, Shotos, Ken specifically. Maybe that's a good starting point. You could just add him to.
Ryu and Ken are the next two. I don't know.
Just put him
whatever.
I think they actually have a lot of similarities. I think we can talk about them in general and then talk about how they differ slightly. I think a lot of it's just recognizing that they get a lot off of just touching you, and with jab or down tilt or up tilt, that's how they deal damage to basically.
Skips, thank you very much for the sub.
So a lot of it is how to play around those moves. Like if you're getting hit with dash attack or bear and neutral, that is not the end of the world. Like those are chunky feeling hits, but they don't lead into stuff in the same way that like down tilt or jab leads into stuff. And so basically they try and put you in these like scrambles and try to put you in positions where you're hitting each other's shield because they're so good at that. Like up really close, like shield to shield. So a lot of the matchup is playing around that. Boomerangs are pretty good, but again, like don't boomerang in such a way that like if you miss it, they get to jump in on you. That's not good. You know, you need to be reserved with it. They have pretty bad, like they're really committal. It's like they're kind of operating on Street Fighter physics, so their movement's really committal. They like can't fast fall very well. They can't change direction very well. You kind of know exactly where they're going. They can mix it up a little bit with focus, but focus is not as good as it was in Smash 4. And Fair totally breaks it, and Nair a lot of the time is just like low enough end lag that you can hit them out of it anyway, especially if they're like kind of low to the ground. But punishing jump-ins is pretty important, and you mostly do have to do that by just backing up. I would not try to like challenge. Fair is very large. Playing around their Fair is like an important part of the matchup, I think.
Yeah, I think there's some similarities to Bowser in that he has good ways to deal with shield and threatening follow-up in approaches if you do bad boomerangs. That could blow you up. I don't know how you think about that.
Yeah, they're not as bad. They're better against like rolls in general. Like their stuff that's good against shield is not laggy like Side B from Bowser. So they're like lower. They're lower. They're better frame data. Is sort of one of their bigger advantages, especially with their grounded moves. But also with their
How do you go
aerials.
about resetting out of scrambles because they're so good on them?
If I'm gonna roll away, usually jump away. And
out of shield,
and
if you're stuck in shield too.
Yeah. Well, what else are you gonna do out of shield? You can try to outbeat them every once in a while, but only to keep them honest, not to like try to true punish something.
Interesting.
From their
How about
jab
short
and
up
down
nair?
tilt.
Would it like hit her? Could it like go over the down tilt smash and then hit her heads and
Their nair?
Oh no, link snare. Like let's say they down tilt our shield, can short up nair be a viable?
I would not.
Yeah, I think it's risky. Like they can react probably.
Because
it will
if
whiff and then they can react.
If they get their shield up, yeah, then it's not good. Jumping in on them, especially if they're good at parrying, is really bad.
And they
usually are. Yeah, that's
exactly.
so. Yeah, there's a Ken in my region who I played, and I was kind of having a little bit of trouble against the first time we played, and I realized that he just like ran in, shielded, tried to parry, and that was his entire like game plan. And if you can play around that by like spacing and pressure and like punishing him for being in shield, basically, right? Like not by like grabbing, but by like spacing around it and punishing the next thing or threatening the next thing, like not touching. Because I think sometimes people are like, oh, I tried to tomahawk them and they still hit me. But the thing is, try parry landing aerials into like jab is exactly the same input as drop shield, jab, a tomahawk. And if they're trying to do that every time, tomahawks are not very good if they're in range of their moves. Right? So if you're going to tomahawk, you have to do it like from space.
From a distance. Yeah. Out of down tilt range at very least.
Like you can jab or like forward tilt or F smash or whatever. And it's going to work if they jab and it's not. But so do something that's safe and shield.
I'm going to tomahawk F smash all the cans.
I have tomahawked F smash, so yeah, definitely.
I'm stealing that.
The Hadoken is not that good. You can just like nair through it. You definitely want to make sure you hit him with the toe of nair though. To disjoint, it can sometimes hit you on the underside if you are not careful.
Boomerang can actually beat Hadoken in some circumstances. Like if it's like, I don't know if it has to be stale or if it loses power on out at range.
They have different versions too that do different damages. Ryu's Hadoken's a lot better. It's a lot faster and variable. Both of them lose to hitboxes, but Ryu can definitely, like, if you're throwing boomerangs and bombs at wrong times, he'll definitely catch you with that. And then the Shaku's especially scary. The red fireball.
Well, you can still beat that with, I think.
Yeah, right? Both Nair beats all of it, of course. It's just some projectiles to keep you honest if you're mashing at the distance, I guess.
Yeah, that's all I was saying.
And Ryu's a bit better at that, I noticed. But I feel like Ken
significantly better at it. Ken's just kind of sucks for some reason. I don't know why. I think it's like slow or something. Yeah. Ryu's fireball's way better.
Oh, yeah, Ken's fireball is worse. That's true.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking like in general. I'm pretty sure he's faster.
Oh, no. Yeah, Ken's faster than Ryu.
But the red fireball can go through your highlight shield just for like, just in case. No, so like be aware.
Yeah, it's a multi-hit. What else is there to say? Like I think fair is really good in a matchup like space.
Yeah, I agree.
To catch landings, as you said, it's not too good at fast falling. So
breaks focus.
It also breaks focus too. Yeah.
Because you're playing the space a lot of the time, and fair is your best move for that. Like jump back fair is really important.
And slow fair, like slow landing fair, I really like. So.
Yeah.
Not necessarily like full up fastball fair too.
Like it does cost space, which like is like important in the matchup, but it also like nothing they do can be like they have to like jump in on top of you and fair or something, and that's not a good thing for them to just generally be doing. Like their airspeed's not good enough. It's hard for them to get in that position.
Yeah. I got a couple things. I personally think they're very edge guardable. But you do have to be a little careful with it, just because they're good ledge trapping, so if you miss, it can kind of hurt.
Well, so...
Ken... Oh, what?
No, sorry, you go.
I was just gonna say, Ken, just worth noting that up B blows up bombs, so sometimes he'll just poke through stage and you can set a bomb there, and it'll do things for you.
They don't have to, though.
You can do the non-fire one, the medium. True.
But you need to either wait and be in a position to wait and react for side B, or you need to catch their jump if they go low. Yeah. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So that's your charge. You do those two things.
Yeah, it's definitely about waiting for their options. I agree.
So you wait for focus or side, and then once they go low enough, you just nair on top of them, and they should.
I think that's a major win condition to keep up with their kill power. For sure.
Well, it's not trivial for them to kill if they're not landing like jabs and stuff.
Yeah, but they have like great anti-airs, and it's like if you retreat too much by trying to wall them out, they can corner you out too, as well.
Ryu has good anti-airs if you land on him, but if you're just kind of jumping around, Ryu can't do that much to you. Ken can throw out an up B and you can die pretty early though.
Well, Ryu's up B, Shoryu's not any I don't think Shoryu's any worse.
What? No. Getting hit by high Shoryu is definitely way worse. It's like way worse for Ryu. Ken just kind of explodes you.
You're talking in the air?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, full up, right?
Do there, but on the ground, I think they're pretty similar.
Yeah, they're not too different. I think Ken's is a little better, but it's not too.
I was impressions Ken's was not at a worse angle, so you could DI it down.
Yeah, Ken, you could DI down in a way, and Ryu, you have to DI straight out.
Yeah. So you
can also sometimes fall out of Ken's uppy if you SDI out of, or get lucky, I guess.
I think Ryu's with optimal DI is kills sooner. But
chemistry, I think it depends on the circumstances.
Yeah.
Another thing that I think is important to know, just because pressure, down tilt, like light down tilt to light down tilt isn't really true on Link. He moves his feet backward. The second one just misses. So they have to go for light down tilt to hard down tilt. This is true for all three Shotos.
Yeah, I think they have to time it. It can still be true at low percents, but yeah, at higher percents, you start falling out, I've noticed, which is kind of funny.
Also, for Ryu, it does not work.
Interesting.
I play Ryu the most of the three. I mean, I've played Ken a good deal too, but it's, I don't know. Ken also, we just fall out of his stuff sometimes. I don't know how to explain it. We just do. It's really weird.
Okay.
Yeah, it's we can talk about stages too. We didn't touch upon that.
And we'll have to go over some differences for Terry too, won't we? Because we mostly just covered Ryu and Ken.
Well, we're gonna finish. Go Terry.
Yeah, I think it's a separate.
We're going Terry separate. Okay, cool.
But next to startups.
I don't have super strong opinions about the stage. I found them all to be okay at different things. I don't think the platform really kill you. He definitely likes jumping in, and it's hard for him to approach. It's really hard for him to approach. He doesn't have awesome tools to call out going back. He's not very fast.
I personally don't like FD at all versus Ryu. I don't have as strong a feeling against Ken. But I think platforms are really helpful against Ryu because he just kind of has trouble pressuring the air. So it's nice to have platforms to get around him and not let him trap you in the corner. And I suppose it helps some against Ken too, but again, I'm not as confident on that statement.
I could see platforms being better. He isn't awesome at sharking, although he can do the up air special cancel stuff.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, they are pretty good versus shield regardless, in my opinion. But if you're briefly on a platform, it can help.
But if they're in the air, it's not.
Yeah, not as threatening.
If you're
similar to that, I saw someone call out the fact that survivability is such a big deal, and I think having a high ceiling, reward edge guarding is very helpful in the matchups.
Yeah, It can.
Yeah, I can agree.
Yeah, I can tell. I think Smashville's also pretty good.
See, I don't know how to feel on that one because I know they really like Smashville, but like I think it kind of works out for us at the same time.
Like, I'm sure they do, but it's...
But we also really like it, so like...
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think stages are like too big in this matchup, honestly.
No, I don't think it's important. I think we can go to Terry.
Well, do we want to say opinions on winning, losing, even?
Maybe that's...
I'm not totally positive. I think it's somewhere around even.
Yeah, there's arguments for winning, but I don't know.
I low-key think like Ryu's even, Ken's winning. I think Ryu's a harder matchup.
Interesting. I think I remember your matchup chart saying that Ryu was losing.
Yeah, I softened on that. Ken, okay, this is weird. I think Ken's winning because like I don't have a like real thorough game plan, but I'm positive against our Texas PR Ken. I just am. And it's not that he doesn't know the matchup because I know he went to SoCal and he beat 2 Links and I think it was Arrow and Caesar.
Yeah.
But I'm just positive on him for some reason.
Interesting.
So it makes me think it's winning.
Yeah, it can be like that. Like I haven't lost to Ken or Rio players, but I'm feeling like they have different tools. Like they're both good at different things, but I don't know if it's like big enough of a difference to say like this one is even, this one is winning. So I'm leaning winning, but saying it can very much be even, both of them. I'll probably put them at the same.
Yeah, I think they're
same category.
Like
I think
they're Ken is better.
Explosiveness of Ken is like a bit more scary in my opinion, and to punish like boomerangs would jump in fair or.
I'm just not that scared of Ken because I feel like we fall out of his stuff. But I'm willing to put them both in winning or even. I'm not going to argue too hard, honestly.
I think we can put them. I think they're hard matchups, though. I don't think it's.
It's not trivial at all.
I don't think it's free, nor do I think links that don't know the matchup are going to do well.
Yeah.
So where do we put him? Even? Winning?
Yeah.
The word you said just cut out for me. Did you say winning or even?
I said winning.
Okay.
I'm fine with it.
Okay, then that is decided. Then we move on to Terry.
Okay, so Terry, I think neutral plays that pretty similarly, but he can like crack shoot you. Is kind of which it isn't. It doesn't it doesn't combo if it's your starter hit, but it's really fast. It beats like everything. Like the only way you beat it is shield or with punishing it. So it basically is this like longer range that you have to respect. It hits really high too. I think it's a big part of the matchup and like how he like breaks in. You edge guard him actually really similarly. You react to the like side Bs, and you wait if he goes low for the up Bs. Side B, down B, same thing. You like ASA them and lag. And then, so I think crack shoot's a big part of the problem. He doesn't have as good frame data as Ryu and Ken. Like if he's down tilting your shield, it's not like you can roll out more easily or jump out. You don't have to get as lucky on the timing. It doesn't suffocate
you as hard.
His jab, his second jab, I think, has 2 hits. So a mistake I always make is like he hits my shield 3 times. I think his jab's over.
It's just begun.
Yes. So be aware of that. Can cancel stuff into specials. Particularly Nair on shield is the tricky one. He'll cancel into side B and like hit you if you up B him sometimes. Generally up B is pretty good in the matchup though. Definitely one of your better moves.
Where would you use up B? You mean GSA probably, or probably ASA too for edge guarding.
ASA for edge guarding definitely.
His Nair is pretty safe, I can see. I remember having parried that and not punished it once.
It depends how he's doing it. He's not a super fast faller.
Yeah, it was
so
super
if
low.
he does it high, you can usually get it. But like, so anything he like drags down on you, you can normally get. Anything that's kind of high. So a lot of his grounded moves, like any of his smash attacks, I always be those. Forward tilt if you can, up tilt if you can. Down tilt, you have to like make him guess, you know.
Yeah, it's like a bit it's -6 fresh.
Yeah, unfortunate. That's actually
that's a trick up their sleeve.
So if they hit your shield a lot, you cannot be it.
There's another thing I wanted to say is that how their aerials kind of match up to our kit, and I feel like his fair is pretty underrated. Like they can punish boomerang pretty consistently.
Well, I think it's pretty much the same as Ryu and Ken's.
No, I think it's better.
Long and powerful.
I think it's better.
They could do rising fair to punish boomerang like almost.
I have way more problems with Terry's fair than either of the other two's fair. I think Ryu's nair personally is the way he wants to get in, but
so
I think their fairs. How are you getting your boomerang punished by their fair?
It hits very low, and it's frame.
It's frame 7.
Oh, okay. It's not that fast. Maybe I misjudged.
No.
Maybe if you do some a stale boomerang, I guess, or if it's.
Well, you're just not shielding after.
Okay, that's a mistake on my part. But they have like the range to punish it.
Well, I think it and Ryu and Ken's fair are both all very long ranged, and the move you need to space around when they're landing. They're fairs.
Yeah, I think I just assumed frame 7 star meant 7 out of shield, but obviously it's like 10. So you have to stay with boomerang pretty hard. That might happen.
Well, I don't think... That would be extremely stale. What the heck? It would have to like 10 boomerangs on their shield.
Are you not smashing boomerang, Rex?
You don't want to let them jump in. And on the and it's kind of trickier to get into like spacings on the ground because of the crack shoot. But I think bomb is actually pretty good on the ground. It like forces them to jump in, and that's pretty bad for them. I think bomb is actually pretty okay in these matchups.
Yes,
assuming you get time. And it's good on stage, and it's not good on stage in every matchup, but it makes characters who struggle to approach struggle more.
And like they have a long range projectile that is quite different to the Hadokens, like the.
It's also
power
bad.
Wave. I don't think it's that good. It's very easy to get.
You can
around,
jump it. You can nair it. Like.
You could jump and set up your own
power wave
projectile in response.
Yeah, like
so
I don't
you can
think
gain from it in many ways.
I think Hadoken's not very good either, to be honest.
Yeah, but it's quite different. I think it's edge guarding wise, it might be better in some circumstances. I'm not sure.
Well, I've seen a ton of Terry's try to do it, and I don't think a single one's ever hit.
Okay, interesting.
So I don't think it's that good.
I think Terry's definitely one you can bomb jump over too.
Yeah,
probably.
It's not that fast.
You have to land.
Really, all the Shotos too, because you can just like, you just don't want to get ledge trapped by them. Really, it is kind of hard to land, but I'd rather have to land than get ledge trapped. Especially if I have platforms. Maybe on FD it's a little scarier, but if I have a platform, I don't really care.
Yeah. He has a bit of a dash attack though. It's pretty good.
Yeah, his dash attack is good.
Dash
and Ryu's and Ken's is okay, but Terry's is quite good. It's fast.
A very good grab range. He's grab and
his standing grab. Yeah.
Just like the
for
snake
down throw, you DI backwards.
Yeah, it's like Lucina or Diddy.
He can't really true combo off it if you DI backwards.
But if you DI wrong, like I always do, you'll take like an up air to up B. That is like or you can get like 0 to death on platforms, I guess. It's very stupid.
And once you're getting around 80%, it's important to get them off an edge guard. You don't want them to be like on stage with go. Generally, if you can avoid it, like matches you win against Terry, you like generally are like he's in disadvantage from when he gets go to when he dies.
And that kind of brings us to how to edge guard him. Like he has way more mix-ups than the other two fighting.
I don't know if they're that different though.
I think it's very doable to edge guard Terry, but like you do really have to.
You have to be ready. You have to be ready with Ace, Nair, Bomb.
But it's the same. Like I discussed it a second ago. It's the same thing. You react to the special, like side special or down special, and you just be it on reaction. And if he goes low, you hit his jump. It's like the same thing.
He has like crack shoot, side B, down B.
But those are all really laggy on. Those are
Yeah,
all
you have
really
to, you have
laggy
to
and
position yourself pretty well. Like you have to know the
Yes.
range,
But
and
I think
you
the
can
same is
control the
true
spacing
for-
somewhat.
I think the same is true for Kent and Ryu. Like, I think that they're, they do the same stuff mostly.
Yeah, it's very similar. I agree.
You also have to be aware of Terry going high at higher percents. It's kind of, I think it's very similar
same
to edge
for
guarding
Ryu.
him horizontally. You just kind of need to wait for him to throw out his options, and especially when he goes high, I think bomb can be useful for baiting out when he's gonna do the down B or up B or sorry,
And he
side
doesn't
B.
have focus too.
Well, you just need to be able, for his landing, you just need to be in a position to both be able to pressure the landing and attack the like down B, side B mix-up that's coming.
Yeah.
Also,
And
I was just gonna say it's worth noting that he does not snap to ledge very well, so you can sometimes, if he's forced to go low, you can put a bomb at ledge and blow him up for that.
Yeah, you can sometimes pop him out.
yeah, you have to use bomb though. If they're good, you can't down smash. Or,
I've had
down tilt it.
issues, trying to hit it with like
His legs are very much
He has a
invincible.
ridiculous like snap to ledge, not like in time,
not
but
time,
like range.
but in space. Yeah.
Let's
Very
see.
much ledge is also respectable.
Yeah, basically his entire legs are invincible during this, if he wants them
Yeah,
to
the
be.
command input.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. True.
Also, if you want to be very good at the matchup for Go, you want to familiarize yourself with the inputs they have to do the specials, because you can see
In
them.
body language. Yeah,
Yes,
that's true.
because they have to like crouch first. Like you'll see.
I think they have workarounds for it, but that's still telegraphed when I do like the down tilt storage. I've seen like people do it. You can still tell. They're like setting up the command input.
But that's the same. It's the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's.
Okay, I think Terry's a harder matchup than Ryu and Ken.
I agree.
I can agree.
Character.
Jab
I think
jab
he's
power
even,
dunk.
maybe losing.
Jab power dunk. SDI in. Just straight in.
If you're like if you're right in them.
No, you can
If
do
you're
it. You can sometimes
You
just do
can
it.
very
whenever.
often SDI end if you do it well.
It'll let you fall out of the second hit of power dunk.
They can angle it like in, and it's a bit more consistent, but it's worth going for.
They do have
But they
times where jab
up
up
B.
B. Yeah. Works.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
where
it's a
you
bit
want
higher
SDI
percent.
out. But if you're on a platform, I would SDI out. Like if you're high up, low ceiling maybe, cross stage. And they could like do jab into I don't know, power guys. No, what is Buster Wolf? Is that the name of it? So I think you can jump out
across the
SDI
stage line?
up and
Yeah, you can
yeah,
jump
like,
out.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it's not
Buster
real,
Wolf.
but it's a mix up if you like hold shield.
It's
or
like the
whatever.
online
buffer.
little max who like down tilt forward smash you. They're like,
Yeah, they all.
neutral
They're
air dodge.
gonna do it,
Well,
so
just
it's
'cause-
good to know.
Well,
do.
yeah, you're just like on Wi-Fi, so it's just like input soup, and it just happens that beats like most inputs, but like not
Yeah.
smart inputs.
Yeah, down tilt is kind of the same thing. You could SDI or at least try and jump out, but it's kind of fucked on the ledge. You can't really whiff punish it with like get up attack. You have to just let them do their thing. What would you guys do at ledge generally? If it's ledge shuffling,
If they're down tilting.
Yeah. I think it is
Um,
ledge hang. Pretty sure.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
And they side B you. What I do is I try to set up a bomb or a boomerang here.
Yeah,
Before I
to kind of
touch.
interrupt
Yeah.
their
Yeah,
setup.
so I can get some space.
It's just one where you got to pay a lot of attention to the holes too. It's there's no like good go-to strategy versus it a lot of the time if you can't get a bomb boomerang set up.
Yeah, it's pretty good on ledge. It can hit conceivably, like it can conceivably beat all four if they're willing to like shield and stuff, and they can kill you off it a lot of the time.
Yeah, it's messed
How
up.
active is it? Let me think.
Down tilt, probably only.
I think it's only 2
It's
frames,
fair.
but it's like deceptively quick.
No, it's 4 frames.
Wow, it's even
Oh,
more.
really?
That's why they always get it.
Jeez.
And they can special
Yeah.
cancel it. Yeah, it's like it's pretty messed up. So
Yeah, it's 4 frames and only
You're ready.
20.
total frames.
And
That's
only,
crazy.
And
That's a
only
crazy
16
move.
total frames. Yeah.
Minus
So it's
6
active a
shield.
fourth of the time.
Mm-hmm.
But even then, like if you normal get up, it'll only hit you a fourth of the time if you shield immediately.
Yeah, I think they could time it, and if you shield it, it's not like the best position to be in, I guess. What would
No.
you guys do after? You won't roll. Or generally?
Well, you can jump if they usually if they down tilt you. It's not awesome though.
Yeah, it's not the best. but it's necessary, I guess. I think he's overpowered.
Stages?
But I usually jump.
Stages, I would like kind of the same mentality for the Shotos. Like I would like survivability and edge guarding. So maybe Kalos would be good. Maybe even Town, so we could kill him with ledge traps, too, and not die off the top to up B.
Yeah, true. I don't have like too strong
he
feelings
off the
again.
side as much or more.
Yeah, he's more a side with side B or down to side B. So I get that.
Down smash,
but,
down smash is super fast.
Yeah, it's pretty good. But I would prefer Town over, I don't know, Smash.
Well, the question is, do you like Battlefield or do you like FD?
I probably like Battlefield more, honestly.
For the size, I like Battlefield.
Well, I'm thinking for
I'm
if
not
the plots
sure.
are good or not.
I think I like Platts better against Terry too, just a little bit. Oh, see, because there's a
I'm not
weird.
sure.
I don't like no Platts on on.
The problem is crack
FD.
shoot's like pretty good on the
Yeah,
like.
it
trying to
eats
fight
shield,
on the
yeah.
ground.
And you can auto cancel the yeah. It's kind of.
I don't know. I have a weird thing where the no Platts bothers me more on FD because there's like less room on this stage.
Then for what?
Well, Kalos you can kind of jump up to the side, so they're permanent.
Well,
but Town's a little
well, the-
longer than FD, right?
Well, it's pretty much the same.
I thought it was longer.
Uh,
I don't know.
If it is, it's only.
And
slightly.
sometimes you have Platts 2 on Town, so like it bothers me less on Town for some reason. I don't know.
Okay, so Jama likes plats. I am not positive.
Okay, so you will like want to have like
I-
more access to full.
Yeah, I don't.
Well,
Really,
things, I
I don't
guess.
think it's that good against Terry for the same reason it's not that good against Ryu.
I don't feel like that strongly about it though. Like I don't know. I think we do
Alright.
whatever on whatever stage, sort of.
Yeah, I think
Right,
so too.
cool.
I think it's even. don't think it's
yeah,
winning.
it might be losing. He's a good character.
He might
Yeah.
actually be losing. I know. Orange hates it. He hates that character. He's
Yeah,
played
he's
Riddle
definitely
so
like
much.
some shit. He's like one of my least favorite characters.
Yeah, it's especially Wi-Fi in these days. It's kind of tough to be ready for the crack shoot and specials in general.
I could go
Yeah.
with either even
But you
or
can
losing.
shield,
I don't know.
like, if you're not doing stuff, you can shield the specials. Like,
Mm.
and like,
You have to be
Shotos,
ready.
Yeah, well, like, it's not like crack shoot hits you frame. Like if you're kind of at the distance of it, it hits like, it hits frame 20 something. It's not hard to shield. And he yells every time he does anything. So
Yeah, you get a clear queue. Offline, sure. I agree. And it's like the only burst option he has from that particular range.
I haven't had issues doing it online as long as I'm like kind of far away, like at roll distance.
Interesting. Okay.
If you're not like dashing, and like Ryu and Ken, he has trouble against Boomerang. I think Boomerang's really good matchup. But just be careful when you're throwing because that's how they get like space and advantage on you.
I think his Nair is decent at clanking with it in front, but not like behind underneath. It makes sense.
Ryu and Ken's fair is also good at stuff in it.
Yeah,
But
his
again,
nair's pretty
like,
got a good dish from
Yeah,
it. So.
But if they're like,
Fair.
if you throw like a soft boomerang at like roll range or whatever, and they nair it, you're at frame advantage. Like I would like that's a position you want to be in usually. Like if they're right on you in there and like hit you, then
Well,
like obviously not.
When you don't want a boomerang is when they're like already jumping in. That's where you get
hop
caught.
back and boomerang. That seems like an awesome time.
Their Nair and Fair are still pretty good at deleting that, and then now they're
Well,
close
you hop
to you,
back
and
you
that's
throw it at
scary.
their stupid head or when they're in landing lag. That's like when you
What
want to hit
landing
a
lag?
boomerang. What do you mean what landing lag? It moves a
7
normal
frames.
landing.
7 frames? That's only one more frame than our Nair.
I boomerang link snare all the time in landing lag.
Yeah. If you react to the full hop and then assume the sequence, you can get it.
You can
Kinda
catch
lines
landing
up pretty
right, yeah.
well. But you have to assume like they're fast fall. But it's
Anyway,
Well,
assumption to
yeah.
make.
Well, you can. The thing is, you can decide what angle you want to throw it at late, so you can kind of like throw it at them if they're not fast falling.
I think we've been on these three
That's
characters
kinda
long
ridiculous.
enough.
Yeah,
We should
yeah,
move
yeah.
on. I can't get the timer working right now. I don't know why.
That's
Uh,
fine. Okay,
screw that
I
timer.
think we should move on. Well, we did 3. So.
Soon.
Yeah, it's not as bad.
Cool.
Uh,
For all of
Next.
them, you definitely want to,
Cloud?
if they special your shield, you want to punish them. They don't have like safe specials.
Yeah,
We
I
already
think Terry
did
can
Cloud.
cross up with different input variations, but you should still be able to at least pressure the special.
Definitely get used to like the timings because they're deceptive. The like light versions of the moves are less laggy than you'd think.
Yeah, exactly. You can tell by the color too. I think the flames are green when he's doing like the cool one.
I have no idea.
Kills you
Um,
for Terry.
We already
Yeah.
did
Okay.
Cloud, so Corrin should be next.
Corrin?
Oh wow. Okay,
I haven't played a whole lot of Corrins.
cool. Go ahead.
I mean,
sorry.
I don't know if anyone's played a whole lot of Corrins. I don't know if that's a character that people play a whole lot of. I can talk a,
Pocket Corrins.
I play people's pocket Corrins, yeah.
I can talk a little bit about the character because I played the character some, I suppose. But I don't know if anyone has like good matchup experience versus it.
I can talk. I've played someone who like co-mains Corrin or whatever. So really slow is what it's important to realize, particularly in airspeed. So a lot of it is like their jumps are pretty vulnerable. And they want to land on you with like Nair and Bear and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that's unique to the main thing that's unique to Corrin is the pin, which now they have like more actions out of, but it's also laggy. So you generally don't want to be like operating within like initial hit of pin range against Corrin.
Frame 4. So they will just do it.
I'm sure it can come out fast, but the thing is, it commits them to stuff.
No, I was just saying.
Like it's your jab range. Like it's not super long.
I know. I was just saying it's frame 4, so it's like you're not just gonna like beat it if you're in that range.
Well, the thing is also not good against aerials. Like, like if you short hop and they pin, like generally your short hop will win.
Interesting.
They don't get Sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say they're in so much lag from it that you can like run up BF smash if they like pin kick away.
Yeah. Usually they're punishable, but if they go away, you can't. If they do it away from you, it's too far.
Yeah, take the stage control, I guess.
If they go through you, you normally can. Yeah. They can also jump out of it, which is like more commonly what they do. But just keep in mind that they're better speed.
Or just down cancel and land in front of you.
Yeah.
Is another option.
Yeah.
I think.
You can react, right?
I think you can like up-B that all the time. Maybe.
Yeah, you probably can.
If they're chilling, you can. They can't down cancel it like right away, can they? Let me check. I'll check. But
it says 13 frame waiting period before you can select one of the options. So if they like do that and then pin cancel, they wait 13 frames, do it, and 19 frames later.
Down cancel is not a normal option. So let me just make sure.
Well, I got it up on Ultimate Frame Data.
Well,
that's what I'm saying.
That it just might not be an option. Is what I'm saying.
Wait, the down cancel? No, that's absolutely an option. I promise.
Yeah. Okay. Let me. Question is, are they actionable during the down cancel?
No. They just land on the ground.
Do they have to land, or can they?
Yeah, they have to land. I mean, obviously, if they're like in the air, but they're going to land before they're actionable.
Yeah, they're in lag.
Yeah.
They're in actually kind of a bit of lag. You can probably.
Yeah.
You can
probably up-B it.
GSA them, yeah. Yeah, they're in a bit of lag. You can up-B them. Yeah, so those are the main moves to play around. The up-B has some disjoint to it. You definitely wanna like make sure you try to hit them before that. Usually, bomb's pretty good against it. It can kind of cover the trajectory. It's not like their hitbox or their hurt box is like totally gone. And then they're pretty good at juggling. I wouldn't want plats against them. I don't think.
No, but
they can also do pin stuff with the plats.
You don't want plats, but you also don't want town. This is a matchup you don't want town because, especially since the buffs, they're like fair bear and nair bear, and then fair chomp nair chomp are super scary on short side blast zones.
Well, you don't want to let them hit in there. It's their like combo starter.
Well, yeah.
Kind of getting back to that.
I'm saying it's more scary on short side blast zones now.
Yeah. We're pretty scary too, but yeah, I get what you're saying. It's like they're it's scarier there, but
I don't know if it's scarier for them. It might be scary for Link. Like,
but I think it goes both ways.
Yeah.
Nair is unsafe from shield, yeah. But their back gear is pretty good.
Bear's -4.
It auto spaces. And fair seems to be pretty safe as well, so you have to.
Well, they're safe from spacing more than frames, like.
Yeah, she's not a fast faller.
Yeah, it's hard for them to get like good safe late aerials. I think they're also like not awesome. Like their frames aren't that safe. It looks like fair can be.
Yeah, fair.
But minus forest seems actually pretty good.
And back hit of up air.
Yeah.
But
do they have good follow-up buttons on the ground? That's the question. Like down tilt or
their tilts are all like pretty quick, but very unsafe.
Nothing that's before up B.
Like I know down tilt's pretty good, like combo-wise. So.
Yeah, but you don't really want to whiff a.
It's not that good. They get like one hit.
Okay, but it's like guaranteed on the IR. Like
down tilt's weird because sometimes like even down tilt to up tilt isn't true.
But down tilt fair. Or up air, I imagine.
Yeah, it's like pretty percent dependent what they can get off of it.
But yeah.
Yeah, they often really try to nair out a shield. That's my experience. Is it
that's
fast?
That's very laggy. It's frame 6, so it's kind of fast.
So you could chase them if they try.
Like I think they have to land with it then. Like.
Yeah, it doesn't auto. Oh, when you think about it, I think like it's a fire emblem thing. No, that's the 4-day. Like they can auto cancel in on short up and double jump out. Pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, but neutral air does not.
Yeah, it's only a one hit, right? I see that it's 2 hit boxes, but
it's one hit.
Kind of like Yoshi, you shield it and then you can chase or punch.
Yeah, except she has bad airspeed and yours has good airspeed.
That is true.
But hers is like bigger and more generous. Yeah. Okay, I think that's all we need for Corn.
Edge guarding her, like she's very edge guardable, but like. You gotta hit like the startup of the up B because at some point she has a very big hitbox and is invincible, but then she just dies.
Maybe before she can up B at all or use bomb if you have no.
If you like, she's invincible at the startup, but if you just like put out a nair while she's invincible, then she'll like up B into it and immediately die on this frame.
Yeah, I can see it right now. Look at the.
Because there's a window between her head being invincible and the hitbox coming out, so she'll just die here.
That's strange. That's so strange.
Once the hitbox is out, it's kind of hard to challenge.
I can imagine Nair can trade as well, like even when at that point where you're pulsing right now.
Yeah.
It
maybe not the last couple hitboxes, but it can trade. It's just a lot harder.
I think if you fast fall, it's a bigger chance that things will trade because like the game works at the frame level. So
Yeah.
If you just suddenly teleport into a frame where you overlap, you trade.
Yeah.
That's kind of interesting. Yeah. So, is it safe to say winning?
Yeah,
I think we beat Corn. I think Corn's actually like pretty bad.
Yeah, I like to think like she's underrated, but I can't really.
She's just too slow.
Yeah, it's the speed and the doesn't have like something like Pin in Smash 4. It's not the same.
Pin was Smash 4. Well, also the game was better for Smash 4. Like jump attacking and aerials weren't as good. And Pin's not like killer against aerials. So like in a game where like everyone's got 6 frame landing like aerials, Pin isn't that much worse, but it also like.
How easy is it for her to frame with Pin? Like Link's up B is not that hard.
It's definitely doable. It's definitely doable.
Yeah,
I've gotten hit by that, and I was like,
I've gotten hit by it. You kind of want to do like the farther out up Bs if possible. You know what I mean? Like you snap
ride
like
the stage.
Yeah, that's when you're most vulnerable to it. But they can kind of space it a little bit, but you just see where they are a little bit. Bomb recovery
is like decent, but I feel like it's a bit scary.
They're good at up air. Up air is pretty good against it.
Yeah, they have good buttons for.
Oh yeah.
Like Ike.
I don't want to talk about Corn anymore.
Yeah, let's move on.
That's the last thing in the world I want to do. We did
talk about Robin.
We didn't.
We did talk about Robin. I think we're done with Smash 4 now.
I think we're on.
Yeah, we did Cloud.
Inkling.
We did.
I think we're on Smash Ult. I think we're on Inkling.
Yeah, Inkling.
Okay, I can talk a little bit about it.
Yeah.
So, in neutral, most of the moves you want to play around are like short hop aerials. Like they short hop in space with Bear, or dash up, and then they can like mix you up a jab, dash attack, and like grab and stuff, and they get a lot off their grabs. And you want to, if possible, you want to jump over those. You don't want to space with their back air really, but their back air isn't super active, so they have to do it rising to like stop you or falling to be safe, basically. They're very fast. I think it's actually a pretty tough matchup. They can have issues killing if you play around roller, and you play around roller by not like putting yourself in a lot of lag and by punishing it out of shield. But and if you play around Buha, which doesn't have like that larger range for Link, if I remember correctly, I've had Inkling struggle to get it against me.
Yeah, she has a very short range versus Link. Yeah.
So familiarizing yourself with that is probably useful. Like roughly the range you're at, and it's pretty tough to actually fight her on the ground. She just gets a lot off of each opening compared to Link most of the time. Bomb can actually, like, especially if they're not approaching you, like a lot of the time you don't have time to pull bomb and have it be worth it. But if they're letting you or they're charging Ink or whatever, it's actually quite good in the matchup. It's hard for them to circumvent it. Because they play so low to the ground usually. Like their full hopping isn't very good against Link. That's like an easy way for them to get killed. Like getting hit by Fair and stuff.
Yeah, very floaty too.
You generally don't want to like. You just want to play around those types of options and then make them have to like take risks to move forward if possible. I think they're a good character. I think they probably beat Link in the hole. It's hard. It's really hard to edge guard them.
I really don't think they beat Link. I think we have a lot of success kind of shutting them down with Nair, unless you get them in position where like they can outspace with Bear.
Shut them down with Nair. They can punish.
I think they have trouble with both Nair and Boomerang, which makes me think we beat. Or that does make me think we beat them. I was gonna say that.
How do they have trouble with either? How do they have trouble with either?
They don't have great moves to beat Boomerang, honestly. A lot of times they want to approach in that short hop range, and
I don't think
Boomerang.
I don't think moves that beat
bit.
Boomerang make you a good character to fight Boomerang.
What?
I don't think that's what makes you good at fighting Boomerang. I think like being able to play grounded and shield it, or being able to like avoid it, are the two most important things.
You have to angle it down to catch dash in. Sometimes she dashes underneath.
I find a lot of our buttons to be enough to fight Inkling on the ground. As long as we're patient, just don't whiff in at them and allow them to whiff punish us all the time.
I wouldn't risk trying to jab an Inkling out of like a dash.
I don't jab. That's not a thing I do anyway.
Well, what do you do on the ground to try and beat Inkling?
I use Nair and Boomerang,
Well,
as I said before.
Not on the ground. Why would you? Well, that's the opposite of what you said then. But I don't think just like nairing to hope the Inkling's gonna like run into it is a good idea.
I don't know. Like, I'm very positive on our Inklings, one of which is our
back here, you could set up
PR.
Well, you don't wall, but they kind of control when the interaction happens, and you have to guess. That's kind of the issue.
I don't know. I also think their problems killing are like a big deal. Like I think we can get them pretty early. I think like a lot of them will rely a lot on being small, and I don't think we have much trouble hitting them in their crouch. As much as a lot of other characters do. The dash being stupid.
I think they can like very reliably whiff punish Fair.
I don't know.
And telegraphed Nairs.
Yeah, I think they're good against. I think they're pretty good at whiff punishing.
Don't know how to vocalize it well. All I know is I do very well versus our Inklings in our area.
Okay, well that
one of them which has switched to Terry and subsequently beaten me more often.
Well, like I think Inkling's a hard character.
Yeah, but he made PR. He made Texas PR as an Inkling Terry co-main.
Well, so, that doesn't mean he's necessarily
good at
like matchup.
Yeah, but there are multiple. Yeah. There's another one that was close to PR level that I was also positive on, and I've just had a lot of success versus Inkling that makes me think we don't lose.
I beat all the Inklings in my region. Like that doesn't mean I think the matchup's good.
Yeah, I haven't lost that either, but I can see like when I get punished when I'm doing things that I usually I'm very certain gonna work and I don't really know what to do. Like when I pull up Nair and I try to space it, or then I dash underneath the hitbox. Nair's kind of weird in the sense that you land before the hitbox reaches the very ground.
A lot of the time.
Wolf Nair.
the back hit of
Then
my
it can
snare
dash
doesn't.
grab
The
you.
like the other leg, the leg that's in hits the ground, but the front leg doesn't. That's how it works.
And their edge guarding is pretty respectable.
I think they're actually quite good at gimping Link, and Link is not good at gimping them. It's hard to.
Yeah, low mid %. They're very scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They can like carry you off and kill you.
They're like Pika though. I think in the point that once you can bomb recover, they do have some trouble stopping that.
Yeah, they have some, but like. It's not like they're.
I think you'll have low mid % where you can't bomb recover. They can kind of suffocate you and carry you in non-tumble.
Yeah, they can carry you off like nairs and bears. Like.
Yeah, up throw, nair bear, run off into guessing game.
And not to mention they. Do you guys? I've had some success reverse ASAing their up B if it's really far.
Yeah, I do that.
You need some distance.
Ones that are kind of close and they have a jump for, there's no hope.
Yeah, I would stay on stage. And I think,
well,
I don't know, they have some trouble getting off ledge too.
Like, you need to react so fast you don't always know is the issue.
Help a little bit.
Well, yeah, sure. But like the thing is they can wait longer than you. It's kind of the problem.
Yeah,
like if you nair them,
would
they can
only
just wait.
truly get it reliably on long range. Then you can like slip off nair and it's like frame, I don't know, 7 option.
You can try and bomb them when they side B, but they are too good at recovering. I don't think you can always rely on gimping them.
Yeah, they have a ton of.
There are matchups where edge guard is really important, and this one it's like if you get one, you're lucky.
Yeah, I feel like I killed them more of ledge traps and maybe.
Yeah, they have a little bit of issues getting out of the corner.
Reading blood bears.
But
bad rollers, I guess.
I think they're a pretty good character. Like they do have some issues closing out stocks, but I don't think that it negates their strengths in the matchups, and they're better at edge guarding, and they have a long recovery. Yeah. And if you make mistakes, they can bury you and kill you early. Like their cheesy stuff that you're trying to play around is dangerous and can kill you very early.
Oh, just to state it for matchup information, you can up B roller.
Yeah, you can. Well, I normally up smash because they jump. They hit you on the
up smash too. I think if they're like way into the roller and they are actionable or they can like jump, then I wouldn't up B. But early on, yeah.
It's a 17 frame animation to jump cancel. I think you can up B that anyway. I mean, like obviously if they're too high for the up B.
Kind of do it, and then
they can do it as they hit you. Like, I've definitely had up B.
I whiffed up B's, buffering out if it's done or shield's done.
I would.
Anyway. Worth knowing that you can punish it out of shield.
Yeah. Another thing I want to talk about is their latch trap. It's pretty good. The setup with the ink bomb.
Splat bomb, yeah.
First thing is like it doesn't work on Kalos, so that can be useful to know. Secondly, if you time your ledge jump to get the invincibility through an explosion, you will usually be fine. That's the best.
Well, any of your get-ups through the explosion, really, it's normal. Like, if you know the timing, it's not particularly dangerous.
It's a very valuable option. Kind of like ledge jumping through Axe from Belmonts. I think it's a very good mix-up to have, since they're usually very prepared to catch neutral get-up or get-up attack or roll.
Well, you can even jump before the bomb goes off. It's not that big of a hitbox.
Yeah. If it's set up in a way
like if you full hop, it explodes, and then you get to come down. It's like the same as a normal jump. Like the bomb is not that good at ledge covering, all things like compared to other people's traps.
Yeah, it's not like
only
broken or anything, but it's a good way for them to close stocks and limit option or distract you.
It's just active for a really brief window. Is kind of the difference. Like
you can usually stall your up B to kind of
like compare bomb that's like hugely active for a long window and you can detonate it at any time. Like it's just way worse.
Speaking of that, I think that this is a matchup where you have to space your bomb C drop a bit closer to, or a bit farther from the ledge. I think they get up in a strange way, so usually it fails if you're spacing it incorrectly. Something to take it into consideration.
I don't want platforms against them.
Yeah.
I think they get juggles off of them, and full hopping over their stuff in neutral I think is important. It's an important like resource. I think if you are playing at like short hop height, they will win.
Like the back air is to
it just covers all the like short hop range.
Yeah, I could
do 2 in 1 short hop.
Like getting over it with full hop is pretty important. Yeah.
Also, I wouldn't.
I agree.
go to Lilac because it's just kind of hard to hit them on that stage sometimes.
Yeah, they're not too great in the corner, and taking them to Lilac kind of mitigate it. So I agree.
I think they beat us.
I personally think it's even, but I'll defer to the vote if that's the way it goes.
It's hard to say. Like, as Jama is saying, like, I think I've done well in the matchup, but when things are going badly, I'm like, oh my god, this is terrible. Like, I'm actually leaning even though. Like, if Palu and Lucina and Suit aren't even, I can't justify putting Inkling in Lucy. That's like my mentality. But we can look back on it once we are wrapped up, and I can consider like trading positions with Mario or something.
Yeah, having some Mario regrets.
Yeah, I do. I can't stand it. I can't have him there. He looks so off.
I know. I told him whatever.
Yeah, like it's kind of the odd one out, but I don't know. We can get back to that once we're finished. We can kind of look over it. Let's move on.
Ridley. Let's trap him.
I played a little. You can edge guard him. He's really bad.
Yeah, that too.
So let's talk about his strengths. He is powerful, like oftentimes active hitboxes. But they're laggy, especially when landing. You can like up everything that's not spaced, even if it is kind of spaced. His like if he bears you while drifting away, like his bear is extended. Like he'll get hit probably. You can usually GSA everything. You can usually react to the side B and like jump it out of shield even, unless he's like right up on you. But you do need to respect his hitboxes, particularly rising. Like if you're in the air, you want to respect rising hitboxes. He can carry you with fair, or he can kill you with back air. They're good moves. He's got like good moves.
Yeah.
So I think he's bad against Boomerang. He's really bad against Boomerang.
Yeah.
He's not awesome against Bomb. You can just jump in there. His neutral B, it's a bad move.
Not great on shield ladder.
Off stage, he has a lot of trouble against Bomb. You throw it. I think characters with like multiple jumps recovering can have a lot of trouble against Bomb because they can't jump out of the a good Bomb trajectory. So that's an easy way to kill him. You can usually ASA his side B. You can catch it.
Yeah.
And the up B, if he's going low, if you're to the side of it, you can ASA it, and backwards hit can scoop his up B as he's going up. So it's really hard for him to find it.
I've used that more too, like back scoop.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. It's really good. But he gets totally obliterated by it. And like unlike Spaceys, he can only go straight up. So Spaceys can like do weird angles to play around it. Like they're like, okay, well, will you be right above me and hit me if I hug wall, or will you be to the side and hit me if I go straight up? And they can kind of decide after you. But Ridley has to go straight up.
He has like 4 angles, I think.
Another thing about the up B is that you could actually down air it. It's reactable, and you will always trade or win. So you won't die. You can just prepare to tech, and it just kills him every time at like 30 plus. Probably earlier too, because he doesn't have enough resources.
His doesn't send you like.
Yeah, but like the downer is pretty good if he goes low, and you could like react to it. And
he's very gimpable.
Yeah, that's long story short.
And if you don't do that, he shouldn't get off the ledge anyway.
But his ledge trapping is really, really good though.
Yeah, he's got good disjoints and good hitboxes. You just gotta be patient with it, basically.
If you down throws, don't air dodge.
Fireballs off stage.
If he F tilts it and you jump it, then like he's in trouble. So generally, he's actually kind of similar to like Charizard. And how he like ledge traps you. I think Charizard's also a good ledge trapper.
You also just gotta like. I know we like to get up attack a lot. Be aware of the down smash. There are like 3 of the Smash Ultimate characters that have these stupid jumping down smashes.
Spot dodge.
And they love to just bait get up attacks with that and down smash you.
Well, they can just shield and forward smash you, right? Like.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
but
know.
that's like
It's not that
that's a
smash
normal
negative,
mix-up,
but
and they'll go
it's-
for the down smash because it's a little
I'm
unusual
kind of
thing
concerned
that.
hearing you guys be like, "Oh God, these
I'm not
jumping
saying
down
I
smashes."
get hit by it now. I'm saying it's a
Oh,
thing to
yeah,
look
let's.
for.
You're telling
We're
me
trying
you've never been hit by
to
that
appeal
down
to the to everyone here, like all levels of play.
Well,
Most
I feel like it's pretty intuitive that like if you get up attack and they like jump over it with their move, that you've been like pretty schooled. Like I feel like that's
Yeah,
anyone
that's
can
a
realize
that's a
that they,
Carol
like,
thing to say. You're being schooled
Mhm.
by Carol down smash. So, yeah. Yeah, okay, I get what you mean. It doesn't. Yeah, look out for it. It will punish your grounder moves sometimes. Another thing I want to talk about, another gimmick, is like if you mash out of his side B, they'll almost always buffer jab.
Yeah.
And it's like frame 4, so just buffer shield and you'll punish it every time.
hmm
It's like a
Fireballs.
very common gimmick.
I wonder if buffer and roll might be better.
I don't
It
think
might be
it's-
better.
Maybe forward roll is fast enough.
I don't know what the
Yeah.
frame advantage is the problem.
Well,
But
if
roll
they
is
do
frame
jab
4.
to you,
I don't know, man.
I
I would
bet-
just shield.
if
They can't
you
grab
are
you
frame
again, right?
perfect, I think forward roll is better, but I usually shield.
Yeah.
I don't know for sure. I would shield just
Well, it'll
because
be
I don't
fast
know.
enough. I think it's gonna be fast enough. I
Yeah.
think.
Shield. I would 100% shield. But fireballs
Well, the
off
thing is,
stage,
if they jab 1-2 your shield, and then stop, you're like, oh no.
short up there, out of there. Then you can roll, I guess. Like you don't have to commit.
Short hop nair
I
where?
guess. Out of the jab. So like you get out of it, or you get hit by like
Oh,
the
but
final
the-
jab.
like-
It's not the end of the world.
Well, first of all, you're taking a mix up, and second of all, like I don't want to short hop nair. That's terrible. If I'm
Yeah,
in shield,
I
there,
say
I'm
like
jump
if he
away.
jabs 1-2, you can short up there, and you will beat his buttons, or you will get out there, or you will get hit
Well,
by the final jab.
If
It's
he
not the end of the
shields,
world.
then you're getting punished.
He can't shield that early. Can he?
Well, assuming you are assuming you're trying to react and make the right decision.
It's -16. I don't know.
Like the thing with
it's
jabs
like
is
any jab
is there
mix-up.
safe
I think you have
unless
the
you
upper hand.
read it.
Yeah, you have the
No,
upper hand. You can't
no,
get
you're
grabbed.
insane.
Yeah,
You're
I
crazy
think
if you
it's,
think if you think tanking like heavy character jabs on your shield's good. You're insane.
yeah, like Bowser is different.
Well, I don't think
this
Bowser's
is like you're breaking out of a grab. He can't grab you. If he jabs 1-2, he's -18.
Okay, but
And-
but I could do this again. He jabs you once. You're prepared for the jab too, and he grabs you. Like he
Then
has
you're getting
control of the
schooled.
mix-up.
I would say you're getting schooled by.
Okay,
Griffith
but like
there.
the thing is, your jump out after jab 2 beats a third of what he can do.
Yeah, you could up B. You could like take the jab 1 and up B, and if you get hit by jab 2, you're getting hit by jab, which is not a super.
Well, you're getting hit by his jab multi-hit and getting hit off stage, and that's how it kills you.
Yeah, like what would you do? Like I think if you
What
do
would I do?
anything other than shield, you would get hit. Pretty sure.
Well, you can forward roll, is what I was saying, because I don't want to take
Maybe
jab on
barely.
my shield.
I think it's frame 4, and it's
Well, yeah, that's
also
when
frame 4
his
jab.
move comes out. Yeah. But
If
like
you get it,
I would,
buffer it.
what I would do is I'd wait and see, and then jump away. Usually.
Like wait, shield, jump away.
Yeah, like I'll see what he does. If he jabs, if he jabs all the way,
Yeah,
I will punish him.
yeah,
like
that's
that
kind of what I mean. Like you
if he-
retreat if he.
But if he
commits,
jab
then-
ones too, he's at frame advantage, and
No,
he can
no.
call my Well,
He's
like
-18.
not, but he is at frame advantage from when you can react, basically.
I don't know. Maybe. I think you can
This
react
is
to the
somewhat-
jab too.
This sounds like someone who does not use jab very much.
I use jabs. But I don't think it's like a mix up in their favor. That hard. To
It's
worry
not
about
that.
it.
It's I'd consider it pretty minor. Well, the thing is, I feel like you could be an advantage there
Yeah, for sure.
if you like read their jab, and I think the way to do that is by rolling forward.
Yeah. Like you have some mix-ups for sure. Like you could roll. You could hard read it.
Anyway,
Maybe they
I don't
can
want-
F smash the other way to read your roll. Like there's many ways this can
I've
go.
never seen a Ridley do that.
Yeah, they'll always.
Have you
jab
seen a
slash you.
They'll always jab, yeah. And I'm
Yeah,
trying
yeah.
to find the way to punish it, and I don't think.
And then
Jill
they
punishes
spot
it.
dodge down smash.
Well, that would
But
lose.
yeah,
to roll.
let's move on. I just wanted to talk about the fireballs when you're recovering. Let's say you don't have a jump, or you're kind of at a bad angle from a forward throw or side B or down
Well,
tilt.
you just time it so you don't jump into it. You time it so you fall you like cut across when he's not doing it. You don't jump forward into it. You go under.
I heard someone say like you could air dodge into it on purpose, like direction air dodge to kind of gain some height, get hit, and then save your jump.
That's risky. I've done that, but it's risky.
It's risky, okay.
I don't like that.
I don't air dodge. I like up B and fall into it if I'm gonna try and do that.
Okay.
Like I do my up B and fall. Yeah. I've gotten saved by Ridley doing that. Like they're charging it, I up B early, fall into it, and get my up B back. And you can save your jump.
They're committing to it.
But you just make it so you don't jump at the angle that they're doing it. Like you jump before.
It's like Palutena, like they covered the diagonal. If you jump into it, you're like screwed.
Yeah, it's
also about the fireball, you can actually
nair
tag all of the fireballs. It looks so stupid.
Well, it's fine.
It makes you feel really powerful, though.
It does make you feel powerful. It puts you in a lot of lag, though. Be aware of that as well. Like if you do that on stage, the Ridley kind of has a lot of frame advantage. Because you're getting put in hit lag every time you break one.
Yeah, it's not like it looks cool, but it's not like something I would do if I can.
It is kind of like a power flex, I feel like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I would feel pretty bad as a really player if someone did it to me.
Until I punish them, yeah.
Yeah, until it down smashed after a spot dodge.
Stages.
Okay, I think we beat Ridley.
Yeah. Well, stages. I would just say I just don't think. I think they're
good on town. Huh? For the same reasons we
have
always talked about. Their core power.
I personally would just
I want
to win
as
neutral
few platforms as possible.
I would not. Yeah, I would not do platforms because they're just gonna short hop nair under the platform, and that's annoying.
He's a good sharker.
Yeah, up smash covers the entire thing.
Yeah, too.
And he can jump up, threaten side B, which isn't good.
Also, he can't really land on boomerang, and I think.
Yeah, he can't land on boomerang, and he doesn't full hop really in neutral very much. Like he doesn't want to be at that
And if he
anyway.
full hops and jumps around, then we just forward air him.
Yeah, he doesn't really have a good landing button. It's like down is like a joke.
Not
on
Nair, shield,
I guess sometimes.
Nair's okay.
Okay,
anyway,
I would like Kalos after.
Easy win,
I guess. Easy win? I don't know. He's kind of good on the ledge, not from the ledge, but.
And he can get you. I've seen Ridley's carry people at 40%.
Good moves.
Yeah,
okay, slightly less easy win.
Yeah, it's winning, just winning, in my opinion.
He doesn't.
Oh, I wasn't saying extra winning. I was just saying.
But yeah,
easily
all the
defined
combos
as win.
Do in training mode, they're gonna work. You can mess up your back here so hard, and it's gonna hit.
Down throw up
3
smash.
times. It's it doesn't weigh that much, so it kind of has that Mewtwo factor over that combination of stats sometimes.
Next would be who? Simon and Richter.
DLC. So okay, I could talk about them at least initially.
Yeah, you talk about them.
Yeah, we had best player or the second best, I guess. This PR used to play Richter, solo Richter for a while, for the first 2 seasons, and I think it's a character that can really mess you up. He has very good buttons to kind of to match up with ours, his range. He's up behind a shield. F tilt is super good. Just his tools in general are super good versus Link, in my opinion. He kind of fucks you up in the corner. He kind of controls the pace. And if he's good at using angled whips, you can almost not jump at all. It's really hard. So you have to find yourself just outside of his whip range. Try to set up. Read his F tilts to get a free jump in to approach it at his blind spot. Kind of has the blind spot 4 to 5 degrees over him. Or set up a bomb. To kind of trap him, since your main goal is to get him off stage, it's the only way to realistically keep up with him, is to edgeguard him. So comboing horizontally is absolutely key, because he will outkill you in almost every aspect: off the top, ledge traps, raw hits.
Well, he's pretty bad in disadvantage, and if anytime you get pop him,
he's not great in disadvantage, but he can. He's kind of annoying to punish on the ledge, surprisingly. His roller goes far.
He's got down tilt, yeah.
Yes, down tilt. We're not awesome at chasing it. You kind of have to read it.
You can run up B it.
I don't know if you can. Maybe
I don't know if I believe
maybe
that.
just barely you can. I think you could reverse up B kind of like snake dash attack. Like if you're fast, you could just up B it.
Well, it sort of depends on the range too, because sometimes they'll like down tilt one through your shield, which I don't know like when he can cancel that.
It's very laggy though. Like, I
well,
think you could like short up.
But he'll like down tilt one through your shield and then run away with down tilt two. And I don't know how minus it is between the two, you know.
I think it says, doesn't it? No, I think you can
transition. It just says can cancel hit lag from first with second.
Can cancel hit lag. Yeah, like he can transition like as soon as the hitbox starts. So it's really... He has a mix up there, and it's pretty annoying. His Nair is pretty good in scrambles. It beats our Nair. It can auto cancel and be pretty safe or ambiguous to punish shield poke. His buttons are pretty good. But if you're kind of dash shielding and forcing bad spacings on his fair or his F tilt, you can up B a lot of his things, which I think is also very important in the matchup. Many people try to jump in, and they're very prepared to catch jump ins.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
Yeah, generally, you want to... If you get them jumping, you can see exactly where they're going, and you need to... You want to dodge his specials, not with shield, generally. You want to, like, tank his stuff with shield. You want to, like...
Especially not axe.
Huh?
Especially not axe on shield.
Yeah, you want to... Because he'll get a lot off the like frame advantage, basically. You want to play around it.
You never want to shield axe if you can help it. Like
generally, I want to get some kind of opening with like boomerang or bomb, and then play and then like force him to interact.
I find it very hard to use boomerang in this. You have to kind of think about it as Falco. Like you have to use diagonals to catch him.
I think bomb's super important. I think bomb's really important.
Not completely like Falco, but you have to be creative with how you're getting them.
Yeah, you gotta go at angles.
He can F-tilt them, and he gets like no clank lag. It's no risk, and he can also trade with the cross.
But him trading with the cross, like depending on who's further, is generally at the advantage. Because his cross coming back, like it takes a while to throw, and then he'll have to catch it, and your boomerang disappears, so you can.
It depends on the spacing, Depends, but and his cross kind of shuts down, and F tilt shuts down low boomerangs.
I found that the way to beat him is by getting him to like come to you, and you do that by beating him with bomb and boomerang. A lot of the time.
Yeah. Boomerang?
Like,
I like boomerang a lot from like, say you're on PS2, if you can get on a platform and down angle the boomerang, that a lot of time can weave through his projectiles pretty easily.
Yeah, that's the blind spot that talked about, like 45 degree, over the F tilt, over the cross. It's kind of annoying for him. He has to respect it, and he's not good at landing on top of boomerang either. So if he jumps,
his airspeed is on top of like
completely. His airspeed is very bad. His down air is kind of like gimmicky. You can spot dodge, F smash it. It's pretty easy if you see it coming. Don't shield it.
You can just like
you
get
can sometimes separate, but with punish or spot dodge it, it's usually way better.
I also think
his up B has a lot of priority against Nair. I think it actually matches up pretty well.
Isn't it frame 6?
Yeah. It's frame 6,
but
he has a tall shield, and it anti-airs really well too. So
like its hitbox is high and can win trades a lot of the time. But it doesn't go that far. It doesn't always go that far in front. So
I also think he's one that it's very necessary to bomb jump versus him, because like his ledge trapping is a lot more real than Robin's is.
God, you guys are falling to all the
I like
Wi-Fi traps.
Options to get around the ledge trapping. I can talk about it, but I think bomber core is really good. Just look out for the cross, he's kind of good at catch landings if he's precise with his aerials and tilts.
Nair and cross isn't that good. You'll get hit with a back hit if it's anything but the tip of Nair. Like the return.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you have to space it either rising or the tip. Yeah. That's true. It kind of refreshes the hitbox and hits you again. You can't clank it again.
Also,
so if you're holding in for an air, you're gonna get hit. But you can actually do a rising short up nair in versus cross, and you won't get hit by. You will deactivate the hitbox and then go over the second one, which is actually a really good option to have. So you don't have to do the normal set play.
I think it depends on the spacing, because if you hit it with the top view, it'll hit you coming back.
Yeah, if you hit like
like
the top of the nair, you want to like react to the cross and then short up nair to hit it rising. So you kind of hurt box shift above.
Yeah, if you hit it with the
turning
tip, if the tip of your foot, that's fine.
Yeah, and that's a really awesome counterplay in my opinion. So you don't have to stand still, and he can like set play you with like reading your next option if you shield it. It's very annoying. So you have to be very ambiguous when you if you shield the cross, he has like a good jump reads, good whip range pressure. You can't do anything about.
I would try to hop it and like boomerang him. Is generally like how I get.
Yeah, but
he
can catch your jumps, and I think like short up angle fair.
Well, if you're even kind of close to him, he doesn't have time.
I think he does. I think he has like if he gets like a mid-range cross, he has time to catch your jumps.
Well,
really well.
If he's a roll and a half away, he doesn't have time.
Oh yeah. That's a very good range to fight Belmonts. I agree. Like be way outside of his whip range, or like at least slightly.
Or if you're like 2.5 rolls, then he can't punish anyway.
Yeah. That's the entire stage.
Like, and you don't have to 2.5 rolls. No, it's not. It's like
2.5. That's pretty.
It's like 3/5
Depends on the
FD.
stage. Maybe small battlefield. But yeah, super far range, or not super far, but like outside of whip range, really good. And even like super up close, he has to make guesses. Like his up B is pretty bad on whip. It's like
it's terrible.
You can
just run under and up smash everything.
So, but I would do more hard nairs in this matchup. Not as much fair. I think fair is pretty bad.
Yeah.
Matchup. Like he will outrange you if he can, and he will stuff you out if he can. And you might as well nair. IMO.
Well, that's how I fight a shield. Usually, I like space fairs on it. He's pretty bad at getting out of shield if he's not in range for anything.
Yeah, space fair can be good if he's already stuck in shield.
Yeah,
but if he's like capable of whip punching or stuffing it out, it's kind of hard to get it.
I remember his roll's not very good, so he does get stuck in the shield a little bit sometimes.
Yeah, I think getting him to put a shield up is important. Okay, I think we've talked the main points. I think platforms are good. Generally,
I'm like back and forth on it.
I think he's bad at getting down from them, and I think he's. I think that's how you can dodge. That's how you dodge a lot of his projectiles. You just hop up on a plat and throw a boomerang down.
Yeah, they have a lot of straight
or bomb.
Boxes. Well, I like.
It adds some like dimensionality to where you can stand that he isn't awesome against.
The only problem is like him using the platform as a shield, but you could just let him do it and then set up your.
Projectile. I think kind of like Samus, it's not how you get in. You don't get in by full hopping on it.
Yeah, you set up when you do that. Don't
you
get
in by like getting him in frame disadvantage somehow, and then like exploiting off that with like boomerang or bomb or whatever. Like you get him into shield and then
briefly touch upon the ledge trap thing though. I think people just die there and they.
Okay, well just
there are some things that.
If he's trying to fire, do it during the startup, like act during the startup, like roller, or jump or whatever. And mix up your timings that you grab the ledge, like they get kind of.
How laggy is the
fire?
Oh, the fire. Yeah.
Probably like 50 frames.
Can you like react? It's a very clear audio cue, so it's very easy to react. 45 total frames, 20 reaction time. Rolling is like 50 frames, so you're at the frame disadvantage if you roll.
I personally might choose to jump rather than roll, because I know sometimes it can it has a hitbox.
Roll is very good.
Roll?
Well, no,
I mean jump is very good versus Belmonts on ledge.
For roll you read.
Well, I'm just saying if you're it's not like Robin where as they're casting it you can do it because the holy water has a hitbox. It's a little different.
The fire has a hitbox. What are you talking about?
The
bottle.
When he throws it at you, it has a hitbox.
Yeah, he can scoop your roll if you're not careful.
Especially on Lilat, I think.
I don't like rolling versus holy water. I like jumping. Especially versus axe. Many people roll or neutral get up there. That's usually not what you want to do. You want to ledge jump to time the invincibility. Because it's very hard for him to catch jumps. He has to time is like 1 frame active, angled forward air to catch it, and it's super hard. Especially if you drift a little bit backwards or forwards, it's super tough. So. Learning to time your jumps to get through his shit is really important. Never neutral get up into holy water. If you do SDI up, you can avoid something silly.
Also, gotta be careful on ledge, like hanging on ledge too long, because forward smash can hit ledge hang.
You can always react. Even on Wi-Fi on good connections, you can react. But be ready for it, of course.
Yeah.
And you jump usually.
Yeah, I'm just mentioning.
Space the Holy Warrior to hit your hands, and it's kind of annoying. So you have to look out for that as well.
How long does the axe take? I mean,
it's super slow, but sometimes you can kind of get up from there if they do a bad one for free.
It's frame 30.
Yeah, and it's like 1 second of
active through frame 97.
It's not. You should never get hit by this. They have to like outplay you pretty hard if you're getting hit, or limit your options really hard.
Oh, it's hard on that. It's hard on Wi-Fi.
Yeah, Wi-Fi is considerably better, of course, but it's a very risky move for them to use, and it's very reactable for the opponent. So it shouldn't be like your biggest worry. F-tilt is very annoying.
And if they're like doing axe or whatever, like during the startup of these moves, they're in lag. So if you like normally get up while they're throwing axe, you can punish or like get advantage.
Yeah, you can dash up if you see the axe. Like it's like they're actionable when the axe is on the ground again. Like after the entire arc. So it's a lot of lag. You can react.
Okay. All right, we talked about Belmont. I think it's like even-ish.
Yeah.
I think it's even. It could be losing. It could just be. But I'm leaning in.
Because you played a Belmont that beat you.
Do y'all?
I think I've done really well. Like I've beaten him considerably on.
Well,
I know that Orange hates the matchup. I know that T hates the matchup.
I think the matchup. Like, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, but like hating as in they don't think it's. They think it's losing. But it's a very.
Well, they're
like one of those matchups.
Well, that's what you get when you're a Nair monster. If you're a Nair monster, you lose to Belmont and Samus.
Yeah.
And
that's it. I think Orange plays the matchup pretty well, but I think the area you really have to excel in is edge guarding and knowing when it's appropriate.
I'm actually not awesome at that. I think I'm good at getting openings on him and not awesome at edge guarding him.
You can left split Nair and trade with his up B and also cover a lot of like tether recoveries, timings, and it's very.
So what I do with tethers that, in my experience, has beaten that is I just wait for the Nair to be done. Yeah. I just like hang and then wait.
Yeah, I would rather do like rising Nair onto ledge. It sucks so hard to go low with Nair and fuck up in this matchup. So I would do run off double jump Nair. To cover quick real-ins.
It's not as free as people would have you believe.
Yeah, they have some mix-ups. I think I've
had some success using like if you can have time to pull it, like getting bomb involved.
Yeah, that can certainly help.
Agreed.
I like short up down throw to cover low, and then I can cover more.
Yeah, like you can have the bomb cover low and you cover the reel in, or you can use it to force them to jump and then kill them from that.
Yeah, that's what I usually do. Like I short up down throw, and then they try to work around it, and then you can chase them, and they have way less mix-ups. And if you hit them without a jump, they're 100% dead, no matter the percent.
Yeah.
Do we want to move on? Do we say even?
Yeah, I think it's even. But I understand the struggles.
Probably losing on Wi-Fi, like Samus.
Yeah, certainly. Yeah, no doubt about it. It's hard.
If we do K-Rool, Isabel, and Cineroar today, well, did we already do Isabel? I don't know if we counted that.
We covered her with both.
If we did K-Rool and Cineroar today, we could just do DLC next time.
Well, how much DLC is there that we haven't covered? I feel like.
I think we.
Wait, who haven't we covered? I'm confused.
Yeah, that's a better. Can't you just look at the matchup charts? We
haven't done the Pyramid. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ivysaur doesn't count. Refit doesn't count.
Talk about plants, yeah. Banjo.
We talked about plant. We talked about Min.
We have 9 characters left.
Okay, we can do Incineroar and K-Rool, and then maybe one DLC.
Yeah,
we can use next time to like wrap up the DLC and then like maybe like go over it.
Just see if things look weird. Do some questions, I guess. Joker
I can go for Incineroar. I played some good Incineroar.
Or it's K-Rool next, isn't it?
Well, I can go for K-Rool. I played Ido's K-Rool.
Yeah,
my K-Rool has dominated at least the money matches in my
schooling
region.
the link cord.
So I think what's important to recognize about K-Roll is his buttons are good and will beat your buttons a lot of the time. Is an important thing to recognize about his moves. So a lot of the time, people get beat because they mash at the same time as him. And even his projectiles kind of have this property. But if he crowns and you boomerang, like, facing each other, Crown just, like, owns it and puts him in a way better position. So you definitely want to not be the one, like, pressing buttons first. His moves, if done low, are good on shield. But he's bad at, like, the shield-to-shield game. He's not as good as Link. His hitbox is really easy to hit. He's easy to poke. He doesn't have super fast out of shield. So if you can, like, get on a shield, you can, like, make him guess and, like, try to short hop near you. This is kind of best out of shield option, but it's not great. His rising nair isn't awesome. But he likes you pressing a button first, and then he'll go, like, challenge you with a dash attack or crown or cannonball or nair or fair. And that's how you lose. And he's actually pretty dangerous at low mid percents. It's really easy for him to gimp Link.
No.
He can just nair on top of you and you're dead. You have to mix up high-low. Like, you do get 50-50. Like, he can, like, force you to go high or force you to go low and pick one. At higher percents, bomb recovery makes that a little easier. He's pretty good at, like, trying to contest it. He has a lot of ways of generating, like, active hitboxes, but it's still generally better, especially if you go low under. He can also, like, kind of chase you out there sometimes, which can be pretty scary, and, like, put a nair that covers every angle. So it's not like he's, like, totally helpless in the matchup. That said, his shield's not awesome. His moves are really committal, so if you, like, just wait your turn, you'll get one. For up B, you generally want to just get to the side of it and ASA it. He can angle at some. It's not totally free. If he's out and has to come in, it's really easy. But if he can get under the stage and, like, either go out or in, then it can be hard. And in those situations, you generally want to use bomb,
Yeah.
But you can also kind of prevent him from doing that. Some way you can, like, threaten him, like, getting that far under a lot of the time. So it takes some practice, but just experiment and you'll figure it out. It's not, and there are a lot of situations where it's free and a lot where it isn't. And it's important to, like, kind of recognize the difference.
Just to briefly want to touch upon, like, when you use bomb to catch him, don't assume that you will get hit lag to help you. I think it's like up B is transcendent, so he doesn't experience any. That's not the word for it. It's something else. They don't have hit lag on the up B. They just fly through it. So you just have to assume that you have to detonate preemptively.
Brrr.
Yeah. Also challenging you from the top just doesn't work.
Your shield's good against him. Is really good against him, especially with, like, aerials. Some can be safe if they're low enough. But good K rolls, they're only going to get you from, like, tomahawking you, basically. Like tomahawk jabbing or whatever. Generally, his airspeed bad enough that you just want to, like, attack his landing. You want to, like, get out of the way and attack it. But he's not awesome on shield either. For the suck ledge trap, you want to be prepared when he has it. He can do mix-ups. On Battlefield, he's got a mix-up where he shoots the cannon from the platform. I don't do this to people because it's, like, cruel. And I want to help foster things for my poor Link babies. But he shoots the cannon from the platform, and then he, like, has the suck going, cancels the suck, and he can just drop down air you from the Battlefield plat. But the thing is, you, like, he, like, 50-50s you getting sucked into the cannon or him spiking you, basically. So just be aware of that on Battlefield.
Interesting.
The cannon can beat any get-up, depending on the situation. Generally, you want to wait it out or get-up attack it if you can. I would not want to, like...
It can't cover all of them, though. Like, you have to pick a spacing, right?
Link
Link
normally can't cover. But the thing is, he can put it away and shield pretty quickly.
Okay.
So you don't want to, like, be get-up attacking it.
Just generally, my experience has been I have to pay attention on the cannon ledge trap to where he's spaced, and generally I can choose to either get up attack.
He can also
or
fall through plats.
neutral
while
get up.
sucking,
Yeah.
Which is why the Battlefield one like works.
I remember day one, the first tournament, I played a Carol, and I thought I couldn't get up attack because Smash 4 mechanics.
He'd suck
so I
you
thought I
first.
was lost. Yeah, I thought I was lost, dude.
Did you,
I thought
did
it was
you
like
lose that
losing.
K roll?
No, I didn't. But I was like, fuck this sledge trap, dude. I can't do anything.
So, a funny story. I
Actually,
was
nerfed.
watching the trailers, and I'm like, I'm gonna play K roll. So I like unlock him first, and I'm like, okay, let's see what this bad boy has to offer. And then like 5 minutes later, I'm like, I can't play. Like, no, I'm not mating this character. Like, no way. I
You're
knew
still playing, though.
immediately.
You like him.
Oh, I do like him, but he's not good.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, he's gonna be a top tier heavy. They've gone too far. They buffed the heavies too much.
No, he was on the top of some early tier lists
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, everyone
Okay,
thought
well,
like
people
he
are
was there,
bad.
had armor.
People,
and-
I
yeah.
knew right away that he was
Dude,
bad.
it was like MK, then K rule, then
I played.
then Falco.
I played enough Smash to know a bad character when I feel one, and he's a bad character. He's not that bad. He's not a free win for Link by any means, but Link does beat him.
Oh, also on that ledge trap, just like a, you gotta know you can roll past. You want to roll past, but he's big. He'll stop you. You'll just run into him and get sucked.
For the suck.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, you
tempting
can't
to
roll
roll,
that.
but it won't
Yeah,
It never works.
like he's gotta be
But there's
real
only
close.
many
It's active.
situations.
Some part of you will be active while the suctions.
And the thing is, if he's close enough that you can roll, you can get up attack anyway. So like, just get up attacking.
I'm trying to think which stages are best for him.
I don't know. I like
He definitely likes the
pressuring
full
him.
hop too. I might have a slight preference for no plats, but it's not. It's
Same.
nothing.
I like using boomerang in the matchup enough that I like throwing boomerang under him. I know he
I
can
think
land
it's like
on
not
it,
that
but
good of a rank matchup, to be honest.
I don't think in neutral, but I think in advantage it's decent. Like if
Just
he's
nails
already in the air and you want to throw a boomerang under him.
He nairs it, he counters it, he fairs it. Like
Yeah, but he has to commit to one of those, and now you pressure.
well, like I don't know,
Like I don't know.
if he-
I've had
if
decent
he-
success with it, but I
if he
also haven't
counters
played.
it, like now it's pressuring you.
I'll say I've had decent success with it, but I also haven't played like very good K rules in general. So
Yeah, it's hard to find high-level Carols because they usually drop the character.
I usually just like back air K rule and win. I don't know.
K Rool's the character in my region that like someone goes to but right before they quit.
Yeah, it's one of those. Like it's kind of admirable to kind of see the ones
Well,
who
it's
kinda
like
stick it out.
it's like anything to
It's
spice
rare.
up my Smash experience. Like I'll do K Rool and then like they quit the next day. K Rool's like
I would
the
think it's
last
more
one.
like a
The
I would
place they
rather
go
think
to
it's more like
die.
a blast zone thing versus Carol rather than platforms.
Okay.
So like Kalos.
Who's next?
Well, I
Sin?
think you want big blast zones.
Yeah.
I think
so.
he's good at edge guarding, but the thing is, like, a lot of his kills just like overkill you.
Okay. I
Like-
thought,
Well, 'cause he
everything was,
buries
in
you
our
and then-
favor.
It is, but well, I do not think that's true. I think the only way K Rool beats you is by like edge guarding you.
That could
he-
be true.
he gimps
I think it's hard
Link
for
a
him
lot
to land the big
earlier.
moves otherwise.
He gimps Link a lot earlier than Link gimps him.
Hmm.
Like Link can only start gimping K Rool at like 90 once he starts hitting him.
Yeah,
far
you
enough.
might be right.
So
Like
he has to,
just
like,
out
jump
killing
back.
him on stage might be more viable.
Like I think like Town is fine against K Rool.
Yeah,
Like, I think that's a good stage against him.
that could be. I can see that. I think we'll let
And-
Sharpen pretty hard too. Just look out for get up attack, I guess,
And-
but it's
yeah.
very committal.
Yeah, he's terrible on edge. Grab crown, don't nair it. You got buffed.
What did we figure out? Like you can down air, you can fair two.
You can down air if you
sometimes?
get both.
Or you can get a
fairs.
full fair
Yeah,
sometimes.
you gotta get both fairs, which can happen if he throws a crown against your shield. Like if he's close, if you're close to, like if you jump in front of him, he crowns and you shield. So shielding the early hit of crown, good. Shielding late hits, bad. Is what you should think. Like I don't want to shield the last hit and then the returning hit also hits my shield. Like that's how you get frame disadvantage. Like you're in a ton of advantage if you shield the early hit. You can usually punish.
Just wanted to share like a very stupid fun fact that no one would use. But if you Hylian shield, or if let's say you shield the first hit and then you turn around and Hylian shield, you can't Hylian shield it. It's programmed in a very weird way.
You also can't do that for Link's boomerang.
Yeah, it's programmed in a way that
it's not like a normal projectile.
The direction of the opponent's orientation instead of the
yeah,
box.
It's not. They don't. Yeah, it's weird.
Oh.
Very strange.
One thing.
It's actually kind of I'm kind of mad because I like threw boomerangs or reflectors and I'm like, okay, I'm walking up with my shield now. Like, what a big brain player I am. Nope. Doesn't work.
Doesn't work.
Drag. It should. I feel like that's definitely something that they should change, at least for Link, who has the shield.
Yeah, I would like that. But in the same way, it kind of helps us. Like, let's say a projectile with a very big hitbox, it's behind us. We automatically highly shield it. If they are facing us. It's very strange, but balancing wise, I would like it to be changed. It would make more sense too.
Well, yeah, sure.
Oh, I wanted to mention one thing more about the K-Rool matchup. If you can get hold, it's like kind of hard to get hold of Crown, but if you can, like,
that's a good item.
I swear that matchup becomes.
It's like Gyro. Well, I don't think it's like
it's
that
crazy,
item. But it's a good item.
Well, once he boomerangs, you can kind of, or once he throws Crown, you can kind of start boomeranging a lot more freely, in my opinion. And it gives us a, like, super free whiff punish tool, so, like, he just, like, can't approach you.
It's like Gyro.
I think it's better in the fact that he doesn't have it anymore.
Yeah.
He can't.
He doesn't have it, now he has to approach you, because he can't really pressure you from range.
Not really. Like, a little bit. Like, he doesn't have to, like, YOLO in, though. He doesn't have to whiff moves. Just because you have to approach doesn't mean you have to, like, whiff moves into them.
Yeah.
You can, like,
it just
stand kind of close to
tool
them.
from the kit. And I guess you have a decent projectile. You can, like, get, like, stupid combos if you bother.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Them.
You can, like, Z-drop stuff with it. I don't think it's as important in the matchup as Gyro is.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I think so.
It's harder to grab, a worse move. K-rolls rely less on, like,
well, I think
crown.
Using...
Like, a K-roll without crown and advantage just, like, does the same shit to you.
Yeah.
Like,
but I
so
think neutral too. I care about it neutral.
A Rob with Gyro and advantage, or, like, a Rob without Gyro and advantage is, like, significantly worse.
He didn't zero to death you suddenly.
I can see that. Should we move on?
Okay, move on. We beat K-roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like...
Insane.
Yeah. Yeah, it's winning. Incineroar, I also beat Incineroar in my region.
Yeah.
He's actually beaten me once or twice. The buffs actually helped the matchup a lot. Before the buffs, you could punish Revenge every time. Like, he revenges a boomerang, you punish. And now it's you can, but it's like a really tight window. And it has to be on like a returning boomerang or something where you're like totally active. So you definitely have to be really careful about both whiffing moves and throwing out projectiles willy-nilly. Revenge is like a pretty good way to punish that. That not a lot of other characters have something like that. That said, he's like pretty committal. His moves are like... He can't do like 2 moves in a short hop, really. Like, he doesn't move, he has to stick with the move. He's easy to edge guard. Pretty similar to Shoto's, actually.
Yeah, how do you do it?
You react to side B if he's going to do it, or a high up B, and then you just gimp the jump if he goes low.
What if he goes low?
You gimp the jump. Like, at some point he has to jump, and you like hit him either when it's too late for him to get back.
Before he can
hit, or
himself?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, once he's below,
also,
he can't fight you anymore.
Yeah, the uppie has a lot of armor, but you could down air and always break the armor. But you have to down air if you want to beat it.
Yeah, you don't.
Like,
I wouldn't even like try to let him do the starter part of uppie.
It's just that like if you're trying, it will fail with air. You just have to down air if you want to have a chance.
Like, I would hit him in his jump, yeah, or before, like in his jump or before. And then you can hit him. You can even like catch him out of the down part with your ASA.
Yeah, that's something I haven't done too much, but I imagine it's being pretty practical.
I've had some success doing it.
They can angle it a little bit, can't they?
You can angle it a little bit. Sure, but not that much. You want to shield it. They'll generally try to hit you, and then you just like walk up B or forward smash or whatever.
Yeah, it's very bad on shield.
Because a lot of the time they like go high to like try to escape you, and you like run back on. Gotta get back on stage real quick. You like see what they're going for. Bomb's pretty good against them. Off stage, on stage is a little harder. Generally, jumping back's pretty good. Like they kind of have to like call you out. They gotta like catch you with something.
They're slow.
And it's hard for them to beat like jump back moves. Basically, the best they can like trade. Their moves are also pretty laggy. Like a lot of the time they like have to commit and you whiff. Like even their neutral B, which is a good move, it's like really bad on whiff. So like jumping out is how you do it.
Shield. I think you can roll out of it, right? On shield. Just get out of there.
I think so. It's like sketchy too, though.
You have to time it well.
Yeah,
but you don't want to shield the entire thing.
It's like a Ryu down tilt. Yeah, I've had problems shielding the entire thing. Definitely.
Yeah, we'll poke or break.
Yeah, it does do that.
He's not awesome out of shield. He'll like short hop nair. This is his best thing, but you can space around that. And
what
it's
about
not
grab
tough.
and short up side B? Is that a thing?
It is a thing. It's definitely something you want to be conscious of.
In general, you really just don't want to like commit to a lot in range of side B.
Like,
how do you guys feel about boomerang or projectiles in general in neutral?
You gotta be careful.
Well, you
careful.
don't use them in neutral. You have to be whiff punishing something.
Yeah. Let them jump first or press a button.
Yeah.
If they can react to it, that's a free revenge.
Yeah.
But
can't
if
really
they've
do
got
that.
something else going on, then it's
sometimes punish it like coming back.
Yeah.
I kind of like having small like breaks in my strings instead of like trying to commit to cover something that's almost true.
Yeah,
like,
let them hang. Like give them the rope and let them hang themselves.
Yeah. Like you can just flicker shield to parry a mash nair, and if they don't, to do the revenge, you can.
Well, they can short hop neutral B too. They've got some tricks.
Yeah, I'm thinking more like in advantage when you have strings. Let's say you land some kind of up tilt or
they'll press
nair or
buttons.
whatever.
Like a lot of the time, they'll press buttons out of it. It's kind of a Naryu's love situation. Like Zelda neutral B, they like will press buttons that will beat your buttons, but will lose really badly to you like doing nothing.
Yeah. I like having like small holes in my strings for that.
Yeah, I think he actually does really well in the matchup, and is like one of the bigger heavy characters who does the best. I consider being even. I think it's not trivial by any means. I think neutral is not as bad enough for him to like make it. Only since the buffs. Before the buffs, it was really easy. The buffs actually changed the matchup a lot.
I don't know.
They were pretty significant.
I agree. I played Lonesome like the day of the buffs, and it was like, of course, it's like Wi-Fi, but I can clearly tell like what did they do to this character, like the down B.
So I think he's actually pretty good in the
fourth
matchup.
throw too.
The neutral is not very easy. I don't think. Like it's hard to battle him with just moves, and a lot of it relies on you making them mess up, and then a lot of it relies on you edge guarding them and killing them earlier than they like getting a revenge kill on you. I think platforms are bad in this matchup. I think he sharks really well.
Up air's so good.
B
up air, side B, neutral B. Yeah, he's good at sharking, and full hopping over his stuff is like a good way to like make it whiff. Like full hopping over, like his side B is pretty important. Like you can do that on reaction at longer, like the further ranges of it.
But if you like hit him out of the side B, I feel like sometimes he just wins. Like he detects
so
your
how
leg.
It works is if he detects you, he has armor.
Yeah, I think that's
it's like
more common than you might think.
So you don't want to challenge it horizontally with anything but boomerang usually, because your box will be close enough. But if you're coming down on top of it, you'll win. If you're like on top of it, if you're nearing to the side of it, you will lose. Yeah. Generally, you don't want to fight it once you see it out. You're like too late to beat it with a move. So you want to like roll through. Spot dodging. I've spot dodged and like gotten hit at the end. It depends on the spacing. So like if you're right next to it, spot dodge will be good. But if you're too far, then like it's like the reaction speed doesn't match up well. You have to like stagger it, which is hard. If you're far, you want to jump. usually. You can punish it on stories. You can usually get a fair one. Boomerang totally owns it. If they're pressing a lot of buttons, Boomerang becomes good, and if they're waiting, it becomes bad. But then you can start like challenging them with stuff. You can start like fair poking at them. I think fair's pretty good. It's hard for them to like challenge it once it's already out. And then punishing their stuff is important. Like knowing what you can punish and just saying it when you can. Making the other stuff whiff.
Most of their areas are pretty GSAable.
I think Nair can be safe.
I think Nair is...
It's -6 at best, so it's tough to make it safe.
Oh, okay.
At least
it's actually not that safe. Up air is -4 though.
Yeah.
I don't know how low
that's a hard one to get landing.
Yeah, I thought so too. It's like Falcon is kind of impractical. It's a very good move though, outside of that.
Yeah, it's just hard because his airspeed's so bad.
Yeah.
That it's hard for him to like really flex it.
Yeah, it's more like a down tilt follow.
You kind of want to make.
You could do like down throw shenanigans. You have to DI out, don't you?
You definitely want to use your normals to like make him feel threatened as he like comes in. Like you know, like be like, I'm in a range where I could attack you, and then he'll have to like call something out. And Boomerang is
the
like
annoying thing about bomb is that you can like if he revenges it, he detonates the bomb, so you can't like even. It's not like buckets where you can kind of bait it and then take it from there.
Yeah, you can sometimes do it, but yeah, it's actually not awesome active against him. But you can wait, like you can find spots to throw it where you can't revenge it.
Yeah, if you get it like low to the ground.
Like you'll throw it, he'll shield, and then that's fine. Like it's on his shield now.
Yeah.
You know, you throw it.
But we talked about stages we don't like. We don't like platforms, but what stages would you like?
I think
no platforms.
I think FD is fine. I think big blast zones are fine. Like Kalos is good. You can gimp him.
I think so too.
Yeah.
You
just need to kill him when he side Bs. And then react to, you know, you just kill him when he side Bs is the most important thing. Like, don't let him side B.
Yeah, you have to be out there.
He can, also worth noting that he can suicide with you. So just be a little careful about that.
The side B cancel or up B?
Up B. Up B will take you way down.
Side B cancel's not very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, just if you don't have a jump for whatever reason, I guess you will die.
It's silly.
It shouldn't really happen. Yeah, it's like a goofy. Looks very funny. Yeah, I don't know how much more there's to say. Winning or even.
The only reason I want to put him in winning because I have trouble putting him in even if we have like Bowser, Young Link in winning.
I think he's better against Link than Bowser and Young Link.
I don't have that much experience in the matchup personally, but
I think he's
I think
he's a worse character than Bowser, but he's better in the matchup.
I can see that being the case, and
I think he's even like I feel pretty strongly about this one.
I don't have enough experience against the buffs against a good player.
If I played a very good Incineroar, I could see myself losing, and I have lost.
Yeah, like the buffs made it a lot harder, so I can definitely see even. Actually, put him even, and we'll get back on it if it looks weird in the context. But once we wrap up,
I think it actually looks fair right now. Like, well, let me pull up the thing. Like who else?
The correct chart.
Yeah, the right chart.
See how it compares. What is it called in English? Like it's called that's a word in Norwegian. But like the official like correct answers for whatever, like tests and such.
The answer key.
I don't know if there's a word for it.
Answer
the
key.
canon.
Yeah, is that what you call it? Answer key.
Yeah.
We call it like a faucet. It's like correct.
I think he's in the like Game and Watch. I think Peach might be a little harder than we thought. I think he's in the like Game and Watch, Mega Man, Lucas zone. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see like he has like the Falcon thing, like the explosiveness and.
Well, the thing is, he also like. Where's Falcon?
Not speed, obviously.
Right here.
Falcon. Oh, there he is. Yeah, he's not as fast as Falcon, but he like also is better against like Boomerang which is problematic. Like Boomerang's good against Falcon and bad against Incineroar.
Falcon's also easier, like might be even easier to edgeguard than Incineroar.
Yeah, it's just the explosiveness I'm thinking about. Like,
I think they're both
pure
actually
power.
like pretty similar, easy to edgeguard. Falcon's just faster. He can like find openings easier. Incineroar's a lot slower. Like it's a lot slower of a matchup. You like.
Yeah, there are different ways of making you blow up.
Like, Falcon loses a lot more neutrals than Incineroar probably does, but like probably gets more off of advantage. And...
I don't know. I'm not too
he gets
concerned
way
about
more
the order within
opportunities.
tiers either, though. Like,
Hmm?
I'm not too concerned with the order within tiers personally.
In fact, why is
Yeah,
Rob? Why is Robin even? Rob should be winning, I think.
No. No.
Yeah, I'm not
Refuse.
feeling the Rob winning quite just yet.
The stupid
get back to
robot? Oh my god.
Yeah, the robot, the side B machine,
The
the Beyblade.
You've been bullied too long, Jama. You have to break free of your shackles and emerge as someone unafraid of the robotic
Is this
operating
it
buddy.
for? Is this all for the stream or?
Yeah, I think we're.
Yeah.
Good. Unless
Yeah.
does
That
anyone
leaves
have any
us.
questions.
That leaves us with wrapping up the DLC.
Yeah, if there's any questions, I guess we can take some on.
We've got Joker, Hero, Banjo.
Oh, how do you see? I can't even find the chat.
Violet. Just open Twitch.
Yeah, I'm just watching Jama's stream so I can see his chart and such.
Does anyone have any questions?
Anything really. I think someone asked like how do you bomb recovery, but I don't know if that's the time.
Okay, well this isn't the time for that. Yeah. This is a
Yeah, it's not
matchup
the
stream.
time, but I'm sure there will.
I'm
be a
sure
stream in
there
the
are
future where
resources in
we'll
the
go about it.
resource tab about how to
Yeah.
bomb recover in great,
hashtag
in much
resources.
greater detail than we can go into here.
I like Silent Horse the most. I think he's did the best job at explaining it. That's my 2 cents. I think there's some nuance that people are missing, like especially that to get around people edgeguarding you and using your drift, but that's for another time.
Yeah.
For sure.
I also think
Yeah,
there
it's,
are options.
it's not trivial, especially when their character can interact. But yeah,
It's also hard to
Yeah, I
like
think
pick
people
the bomb
just forget
recovery.
about it, like how
I
you would
think
do
we're
it,
definitely
how you
gonna
would
have
react.
like even losing and winning even.
We
tier.
can, yeah, we can do that next time.
Yeah, we can
Work
do
to
that
split
next
it out
time.
a little more.
And Rob
what?
can finally get into this.
Add like an
bonus.
even or winning tier and an
Oh,
even
yeah,
or
like
losing
those
tier.
things.
like I think Peach.
Like plus 0.25.
Like no, we're not doing points. Those don't mean anything.
Yeah, I could put a lot of these characters at the top in even or losing.
But like I think Peach like kind of slightly beats Link, for instance. Like she's
it's the
pretty
good character.
powerful. Like I think ZSS might slightly beat Link. I think Terry might slightly beat Link. I think Bayo might slightly beat Link.
But we can talk about that next time.
But yeah, you could probably save a lot of time by saving this somehow, or I don't know how you can do it. Keep the tab open and never close your computer.
Yeah, just never close your tab.
Or just try not to do it 5 minutes before the stream next time. Also.
That's also
Well,
possible.
keep myself
And the
back.
timer might help to keep us
Okay,
accountable
I'ma
so
head
we
out.
don't talk about Belmont.
Yeah.
Good session.
Thank you all for watching the stream.
Yeah, it
We'll
was
be
fun.
back to wrap this up.
See you guys soon.
See y'all.